Hello, everybody. It is ArkiKnight here with Anthony, I believe.
Andrew.
Andrew. I heard Andrew or Anthony. I forgot. It like slipped my mind. MewstheBest. Andrew MewstheBest. Okay, I don't know why I thought Anthony, but here we are here with the but why though of week 2 of the PMC, and we do have some moments. We have some more moments, but before we continue, don't forget, it's not our fault that we put you on here. It's your fault. And it's the coach's fault because we're not the ones that make the plays. They're the one that makes the plays.
You.
Yeah, basically. So first off, we're going to talk about the Tampa Bay Frogadiers and coached by the Bird. In his match, he has Hydreigon out. Good little Hydreigon. And he goes against Magnezone comes out with an Air Balloon. However, for the second week in a row of this season, a coach does not see an air balloon. So Bird goes for Earth Power, and guess what? It doesn't work. However, the Incineroars also make a bad play and go for Substitute. Which I'm pretty sure they don't know that when you sub with an air balloon, at that point, any ground type move can still hit that sub, and the air balloon will pop. So bad plays just right there on the same turn.
Also, during the video, Bird was doing some mad calcs all for nothing because
Yeah, he was pulling out the mad calcs. He was like going. Oh boy. I just know that Verdum basically just I think he was like trying really hard to like plan his next move, and then it just
yeah,
all went away for nothing.
because he went for Earth Power on a Magnezone.
Yeah. Yeah. It's okay, Verd. D-pad did it, and so did Sharpino last season. Not Sharpino. Yeah, Sharpino did it. Yeah. So it's okay. You're not the only one, and I'm pretty sure Sharpino's in a very good mood about it. Oh. Next we have the Seattle Smurgles. Let me make sure. Uh, eh, I had the clip. Yeah, Seattle Smurgles, and really no sets that were bad in this, other than I was confused why Delibird was brought, and then as I watched the match, I realized why Delibird was brought. But the plays he made with Delibird, he went for fake out over Ice Shard like so many times. I don't understand. But however, we
Yeah,
do got 3 moments in the match that were very questionable, and it just asked the question, but why? Like at one point, I think he had like Excadrill out, okay? Excadrill against a burned Flygon that was confused from Outrage. So he stays in and goes for Brutal Swing instead of something like Iron Head.
or even Earthquake. He was Mold Breaker.
Yeah, like
That's really
he
good
went
job.
for Brutal Swing. It didn't kill, and it didn't hit. Like the only thing that okay, so he had Earthquake. I'm guessing he had like Earthquake, Iron Head. I can't remember the prep video,
Yeah,
but like
yeah,
let's say he had Earthquake and Iron Head. So the only thing that Sharpino had that could not that didn't take that could take the Iron Head or Earthquake real well was Skarmory,
yeah.
which also begs me to ask, but why though on the Rotom Heat set, because it was absolute garbage.
Why? Rotom Heat. Not Heat at all.
It was not Heat. It was very cooled down. You might as well call it Rotom Wash,
Damn.
because that was definitely washed out. Um,
Damn.
so then later in the match, we got Kieran Black was scarfed into Fusion Bolt. I kept saying Bolt Strike earlier, and then I was like, wait, it's actually Fusion Bolt. But he has Fusion Bolt, and he's locked into it, and then Sharpino goes into the Tapu Koko, and instead of switching out, the Smurgles stay in and go for Fusion Bolt on a Tapu Koko.
Not only did he reveal his scarf, but
Yeah,
he went for a fusion bolt on a Tapu Koko, which resist
yeah.
electric, resist electric. Yeah.
And the other bad thing is Tapu Koko's fairy, and you know what fairy types do. They went for Dazzling Gleam, and Kieran Black went under 50%, and that basically knocked out Kieran late game.
Man.
I mean, there are so many, I don't understand. And then, there's another point. Sharpeeno has his little Scarf Crocodile. So, he goes for knockoff, I think. Yeah, he goes for knockoff. And Crook has like, I think from the video, like 30 HP left. Like 25%, I'm gonna say. And Delibird Ice Shard kills. Alright? No. The Smurgles go into Roserade after they lose a Mont, and then completely just loses Roserade on the next turn.
God.
It's like, okay. I'm not sure where you were going with the Roserade, but I mean, Delibird easily came in and like destroyed Crook, but okay. Makes no sense.
Roserade is pushing up daisies.
We can call that a bad hairspray.
Yeah.
Third on our list, we got what we were just talking about before we recorded. Deep had the Orlando City Spears and the Richmond Rayquazas, which it's really like it's not the biggest but why moment of this week. It's kind of like the lowest one out of the four, I would say, because it gets really confusing. But for Deephead, the but why moment was that he forgot Quillfish got Swift Swim. So
I wouldn't know why Swift Swim. Quillfish is a god.
I mean, in this match, he goes for the sword stance, and Deephead completely forgets to Swift Swim, and Quillfish just completely goes to town. And
how many kills did he get? Like 2 or 3?
I think he had almost 3.
Damn. That's pretty sick.
But Quillfish actually really good. I was surprised about that. I saw the video. I was like, whoa. It's okay. Deepak can keep making it every week. Poor guy. So
There'll be more stuff to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to become because freaking Deephead likes to be on there. And so then we had the Richmond Rayquazas who make definitely questionable plays that could have resulted in choking. With
The endgame is really questionable.
Yeah, especially with definitely with Ridiculous and Togekiss late game. So basically, I can understand why he didn't see the Z move coming. With the Z move of ArkiKnight onto the Ridiculous goes to like 30%. And depending on Togekiss's set, per se, I mean, Togekiss had the Steel Berry, so basically, I mean, there was a chance he could still kill. And there was a chance I think Togekiss might have lived another Bullet Punch, maybe, if from full HP after the berry still, so the berry would have knocked him down to like 70% maybe. And with the Scizor being especially offensive, I think Togekiss could have maybe lived another hit. So if Togekiss actually had like a fire type move, I'm pretty sure he could have won. But nope, he actually switches out Ridiculous after the Z move when he has 30% left. It goes into Togekiss, takes a Flare Blitz, and Togekiss is under 50%.
Not only that, but what's up with all the coaches just sacking their mons this week? First is Roserade, then is Heliolisk dropping to the E-Speed.
Yeah, I can kind of understand Helios because E-Speed, like basically all he had left was Scizor and Arcanine, and both had priority with E-Speed and Bullet Punch. I mean, there is a chance that you could have used Helios for sack-off fodder. I mean, maybe like switching out, let's say you switch out Nicholas for you go into Nicholas on that E-Speed, and then you know he's going to go for Flare Blitz or something, and with the HP he has left, you switch back into Helios to take that damage, and hopefully gets enough damage where Arcanine will die from recoil.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, what if he actually did that, and then he switched in and the Z move went off on the Heliolisk, and you still come in with a full health Reniculus?
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, I think you could go into Togekiss at that point, and go for something of the shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
But it's okay. The Richmond Quasars can keep choking. It'll be alright. D-pad pulled one away. And last but not least, we have the Mastodon Gastrodons.
Nice rhyme.
I know, I was started to say that, and I was like, sounds kind of catchy. But, in this match, there's nothing really wrong, other than half the match involves stalling from a single set. That absolutely had no sense to be brought up into this match.
That would be the Latias.
That would be the Latias. The Latias was rocking Reflect Type, Recover, Dragon Pulse, and Psyshock. Let me read the team off of the Pikachus real quick. They have Mew, Salamence, Alolan Muck, Clefable, Volcarona, Empoleon, Kyrogonal, Lucario, Cofagrigus, Rhyperior, and Rotom-Mow.
What do those moves hit?
What does Psyshock hit? Psyshock hits what? Lucario?
Psyshock hits Muck. It obviously hits...
No. Alolan Muck's Dark and Poison.
Hits it.
So, Psyshock didn't even hit Muck.
It hits Mew.
I mean, whatever works. I mean, I can understand if it hits the Clefable, maybe? Maybe predicting that Clefable might be specially defensive set. I don't.
What's Dragon Pulse even for? It doesn't.
Dragon Pulse hits Salamence, and that's basically it.
Yeah, but you're not gonna be setting up Reflect Type on the Salamence or.
No,
Salamence.
he actually goes through the entire match. Reflect types the Clefable. Lives so he can live Moonblast, and he just basically sits there and stalls with the Clefable when he's doing like 20-30% every hit. So then after that, he goes in. The Pikachus go into Empoleon. He reflects types the Empoleon, and then I think he forgets that he reflect typed the Empoleon, and later in the match he goes into Rhyperior, and so he's using Dragon Pulse, and without the stab, Dragon Pulse is doing like 20% to Rhyperior. And Rhyperior goes for a Thunder Punch, and he almost loses Latias.
It would have been a Lord play if we went for the Reflect Type again to become Ground Type.
That would have been the greatest play. I mean, that would be a great play because if you think about it, since he's rocking Ground, I mean, with Salamence and stuff left, you're basically saying, oh wow, look, I have Levitate, I am a Rock type, I'm not taking many hits from Salamence.
What I don't get is, why did he choose Psyshock and Dragon Pulse? We already mentioned this sort of, but...
I don't understand.
Why he chose specifically those two moves.
I mean, it gets Thunderbolt, in which Thunderbolt only... I mean, the only thing that doesn't take Thunderbolt on his team is Rhyperior and Rotom-Mow. I mean, Empoleon didn't take Thunderbolt real well. Salamence wouldn't have taken it, I think, neutral damage. And if he was worried about that, he could have brought Ice Beam instead of Dragon Pulse.
Yeah.
Because I saw Ice Beam as a better play, honestly.
Yeah.
Because Ice
Beam... It hits Salamence over Dragon Pulse, and it hits neutral on other things, and
it hits
prevents people from coming in easier.
Yeah, I mean, it hits Salamence 4 times special effect, it hits the Rhyperior special effect, it hits Rotom-Mow special effect. I mean, Dragon Pulse hits neutral, but like when you reflect type, I mean, you're taking away that stab, so you might as well take Ice Beam.
And I don't get why he didn't run any other status moves, because he could have run Toxic, maybe Taunt, because Taunt would have helped a lot versus Clefable, because
Clefable
all it could do is Moonblast.
Yeah, and if you brought Toxic, I mean, Toxic, the only thing that's not taking a Toxic is Empoleon and Lucario.
And Muck.
And Muck, yeah. But I don't think he brought Muck. Yeah, he didn't even bring Muck. So, I mean, I don't think he brought Lucario either. The only Steel type, or thing that resisted Poison was Empoleon. Yeah. So basically, at that point, it's like, oh. I mean, you basically could have just thrown Toxic on everything. I mean, Mew has Synchronized, but I mean, you can work around that.
You know, it stalls it anyway, so it doesn't really make too much
Oh my gosh. That Mew set had Infestation. That was one of my favorite sets I've seen this week.
Infestation is a godly move.
It is. I've never actually seen Infestation on a Mew.
I've used infestation a few times actually. One time in a mock, I used a Scolipede with what's it called infestation and endeavor to beat a Mega Venusaur because I took the hidden power fire and while I infestationed it and I went for the endeavor and took it down for double down.
Jeez, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So, how would you rank these but why moments of the week?
Hmm. Hmm.
We
I'd
got
say number 4 would be maybe I guess Sharpen Nose Matt with the Sydney Crocodiles and the Seattle Smeargulls.
Sash Schmergles. Schmergles.
Smeargulls.
I mean, yeah, I can see that because I mean, I can understand kind of. Oh, I can't really understand those plays. I can't. I can't understand why you'd go into Roserade against a Scarf Crocodile when
Yes,
Delibird
and
kills with the
even
Ice
though it was
Shard.
obvious, yes, he just didn't think it was scarfed, I guess.
I mean,
Because
I don't think
wait,
Roserade was
does Roach
offensive.
even naturally outspeed Crocodile?
No,
Damn,
wait,
then why would you do that?
I don't think it does. Let me make sure. Actually, I don't know if I can because I don't know if I have the Pokedex app on my phone anymore. No, I don't. Dang it.
What
Well,
speed is Crocodile? Is Crocodile like 95?
oh, Crocodile's like, isn't I know it's, oh gosh, it's like, I want to say 80, 85. Like between 70, it's either 75 or 85. I,
I know it's faster than that. I know it outspeeds Nidoking for sure. And
oh,
Nidoking,
80, 85.
Nidoking's 87 though, so I think it's
Oh, it might be 90 then. And Roserade, I think, is,
92.
yeah, Roserade's fast. I mean, but I don't think Roserade was even offensive.
Roserade doesn't outspeed. No, Roserade has 90 speed.
Yeah.
There's literally no point. So I guess number 4 would be a bird because I guess if you weren't paying attention, then I guess you couldn't see the air balloon.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
that's
I just think
somewhat
it's
insane.
great that it happened 2 weeks in a row. It's like, I mean, it's basically like if you want a free turn of Sword Stance, just bring Air Balloon. I mean, at the rate everyone's going this season. If you want a free Sword Stance or something, just bring Air Balloon because nobody's going to see it.
Just message them while you send out the air balloon launch, so they don't see it.
Yeah. Send everyone out the Air Balloon message. Um, for me, I think number 4. For me, I think number 4 goes to D-pad, but that's just they're all really close. I mean, like okay, so we can go with number 1. I think number 1 we're both going to agree on. I think number 1 would be Mastro's Latias set.
I don't know what
I,
that
I,
says for.
I don't. I think I don't know if it was like brought with the wrong week or. I mean, I don't know, but I think that's the number 1 for the week. The shit horse award goes to Mastro for sure, and then number 2 could definitely be somewhere between. I mean, like number 2, 3, and 4. It kind of gets really equal because Bird kind of makes a mistake. The funniest part, he points it out in the video. He's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
it's great."
Also see it on the screen.
Yeah, no, he sees it and he's like, "I want to be on Arky's thing now." Dang it, Arky's bloody thing.
Maybe he did on purpose.
Yeah. Well, he was mad about it at first, and he was like, "Gosh darn, I want to be on Arky's bloody thing." He's the first person to actually say it.
Yeah.
Great. And then Smargle, you just kind of just dumb place.
Yeah.
And then D-pad, if you forget something as important as Twist Swim, you're gonna regret it.
Yeah.
Well, that
And
basically wraps everything up. You got anything else to say?
I would say something with the Quillfish real quick that if he's running Rain Dance, then if you see a water type on their team, you should just assume Swift.
Yeah, I mean, even if you don't swim, If you don't think it gets flipped in, it's better to check. Especially the move pool, because if rains up, it's going to be hard to even fight water types, especially with them scalding. Because, I mean, you gotta fear the burn, and you gotta worry about an increased powered scald.
Yeah.
That basically wraps everything up for week 2. PMC, but why though?
But why?
But why? But why though, Mastro? But why? We'll see you guys next week for week 3. Pretty sure I can probably bring Andrew back, because why not? Maybe we'll have someone else, I don't know, we'll see. But until next time, we are both out. Adios.